Hey everybody, Ryan FMG here, and before we talk about today's topic, I want to talk about a new sub goal. So last week I was talking about how I really want to make a push for 1,000 subscribers in October, and thank you everyone that has subbed to my channel before October and then also in October. This month has been fantastic already. So I decided to do our first, sub goal on our path to 1,000. So once we reach 800 subscribers, which hopefully we'll reach this week. That's what I'm hoping for. The celebration video will be, I will do a video for an October meta breakdown. Now, what this October meta breakdown will be is exactly what it sounds like. And I'm hoping that I'll kind of make this in about a week. So the meta will kind of, it's really shifting because it's very new right now. But in a week or so, the meta with the new cards and everything will be around 2 weeks old. So I think that will be a perfect time to actually show off some decks, give you all QR codes to what I think are the best decks. So hopefully in this week we can reach 800, so next weekend or something like that I can record a meta breakdown for you all. That's enough about the sub goal. Now let's jump right into round 3, which this is actually the semifinals because there's only 16 players and it is single elimination. So round 3 would mean there's 4 players left, and that is the semifinals. And this is against me, against none other than Kyle P, another streamer, another gun-ho ambassador, a very good player. Now, Kyle is very well known for the zombie rush type decks, and he is playing Hadoken Ryu, so that's exactly what I think that he is up to. I'm mulling in my first hand. This hand seems pretty good, right? We have 4-drop, 3-drop, 3-drop, so we probably will go Rashid, Dog, and then Dog Helper. I love this art so much, it's great. And already it seems like he is on a zombie rush variant. We have 10 MP, so time to slam the board. All these growth units are fantastic. I do go Dog first, so Rashid plus our other 3-drop will actually have the Dog deal damage, and just Rashid dealing 1 rather than getting Rashid all of his triggers and then just the +1 attack on the Dog. Just to try and make sure that we kill all of the opponent's units. If this goes through, this will kill the gate, which is fantastic because the gate has not even leveled up once. Now, life gain is very important in this matchup because I know Kyle's deck goes very long and can be very grindy, so that's actually why I am fighting over the Selfless Predation. And in some matchups, maybe I wouldn't so early on in the game, especially because now this will probably just do 8 points of damage right here. It does not, because he did drop a zombie right down there. Nice, just because dropping this little doggy helper just helps to kill stuff. We have our critical almost on deck, which they definitely do. It's just so nice that 1 3-drop just kills their units. We have our hero power on deck. That was fine, right? This 4-6 is going to be kind of beefy. However, we could just Grizzle Veteran here, and that's what we do. However, now that they drop this zombie, is maybe it does not kill the zombie Dog now, since Grizzle Veteran is only at 7. Yet again, they're going for some life gain here, and 9 is a whole bunch. I decide not to do anything, and maybe I should have done another Grizzle Veteran. However, that probably doesn't work, or maybe we just do Sun Goddess since it was 2 free MP. So I actually think that was a little slight mistake, and we should have done Sun Goddess. This will probably kill everything, however, 2 damage will be dealt instead of the 5, since, zombie will trigger the tortoise. I decided not to do anything here because all that stuff would actually be MP and nothing free. And, you know, if we did just Liberation Slash to gain some life, we are at 25, so we are only gaining 5 life, which is good, right? That is a good buffer, but Liberation Slash could be free later on since the opponent does have so much removal. Just waiting to net some MP to quickly drop some stuff. We probably took maybe 2 points of damage from gate where we didn't need to, but kind of is what it is, right? We could do something here, like Sun Goddess, or just do a friendly feud, but I decided to do Sun Goddess because this is such a creature or unit-based matchup that Sun Goddess will be so good, especially that we have our hero power on deck. But flipping this into a gate would not have been bad, but we could always flip into a zombie or something later on. So the next thing we play will flip the Axle as well as the 17 damage, so we kind of want to wait. And this, I just snap off Liberation Slash, because now we are gaining, 7 points, which is very good. Not anymore, but that's fine. So we go down to 27, so that's pretty good overall. It's 27 to 16, and both of our decks are getting pretty low. I decided just to drop Rashid just to keep up the pressure. We could always use our hero power. Oh yeah, we haven't quite, I misspoke before. We haven't quite gotten to the level 4 yet. And now this seems great, right? We have our hero power on deck. They just had to use theirs 27 to 13, where we have 2 bodies on board. They don't have anything. I decided just to do this to get the second point of damage in. Using the hero power because I really want to get their Ken off the board as quickly as possible. And just to kind of save up for our stuff. I don't know how much this Grizzle Veteran is, but good enough where it's going to kill both things, and we get game 1. Game number 2, we won, so we had to keep with Wolf, and our opponent did change to Shield Spire Feline because they probably thought that this was going to be a better matchup than the Zombie Rush against Wolf. I don't exactly know what our opponent is up to because, feline decks can be a little bit different, but core game plan still the same. Net 10 MP and start dropping our 4 and 3 drops. So they are a 2-color deck, and it seems like they are kind of human-centric since they are playing Chris. Like I said, doesn't really matter. We just drop our units, just throw damage around like these growth units love to do. So here I decided to do the friendly feud over Sun Goddess just because that is a 2 MP play over a 3 MP play. Seal is very strong because that just mitigates so much damage. Yes, this does become a 5-2, so it will kill this in 1 hit, but not when it's halted, which is kind of unfortunate. Here we could do Grizzle Veteran, but Sun Goddess just seems so much better, even though it does cost 1 MP, because we have a board stall now, so we have to wait until our stuff gets unlocked, then we can just jam some stuff. And knowing that the opponent has so many units, Grizzle Veteran seems like it will come in very handy in a little bit time, right? When it's more than just 2 MP deal 3 damage. So we're using our life as a resource. It is getting a little iffy since we are at 12, but there's not tons, alright? Each attack cycle is only 6 points of damage. We could have thrown out the Grizzle Veteran for free, but yet again, deciding just to take some more points of damage. Quickly basically my game plan was throw those units down, use the hero power, hope for the best, and don't even think about it. Which, maybe that's not the best game plan, but hey, it's working out so far. Grizzle Veteran's doing more now. And especially that we still have Sun Goddess, that's exactly why I did it, because the Sun Goddess of +1 damage is so good, and that's only for, what, 2 more seconds. That spread was fantastic, so we got rid of their Chun-Li. Yes, our wolf died, but hey, their Chun-Li died, and that's what was going to kill us the fastest. So now we just wait a little bit to net some MP. We kind of, it's like, what do we exactly want to do? Luckily, we're only taking 1 point of damage, in the sky, which is not terrible by any means. However, it's getting more and more iffy since now they have a Killer Bee with their hero power on deck. And yeah, we lose there because Heavy Pierce just bulldozes through the Penguin. For game 3, I decided to switch to Wesker Ouroboros because Fate of the Unworthy kills so much of the opponent's deck, and their deck felt very strong against my wolf deck. So it's like, let's switch to Ouroboros, just hard removal will do a lot against a 2-color feline deck. And we might as well just do a free mill, right? Use some MP to gain more AP. They are playing a new card, which is kind of scary. And I decide to take that damage, and I think I should have just Fate of the Unworthy there, because there's no point. We took 2 damage for real no reason, since it's like, well, we're not going to, rebirth or anything like that. I was thinking about baiting them into using a shield or something like that, or a pump spell proactively, but I still think that that was a mistake. We're kind of just taking some more hits, which is risky. I decide to throw a rebirth because there are 3 unknown cards from a Death's Executioner in the graveyard, and it's like, you know what? We just kind of have to do it. And they lock, which is very unfortunate for us, so we mill some more. Because it's like, you know what? Now, especially that we drew a Living Death, it's like, maybe we just mill, do Living Death or something like that. Or now there's more unknown cards for these rebirths to maybe take effect. Using life as a resource, right? Karen's going to do a good job with hitting us over and over and over. Fate of the Unworthy is pretty useless against a 5 MP unit. And I was planning on doing Living Death there, with just like hoping that a lot of our Death's Executioner, milled over some units. But especially when they dropped a Chris, it's like, yep. And now we get to mill some more, so we have 9 unknown cards, so that most likely will have 3 awesome units for us, and it does. And they just get 1 unit, the very first unit that we Fate of the Unworthy. So that is a humongous turnaround because Living Death is still a really, really good card. I was kind of contemplating if we wanted just to do Death's Execution there. However, just getting rid of their thing, especially since we are at 20, seems the best way just to, play safe, not go any lower, since we already have used our life as a resource to kind of stall our plays a little bit. Especially that we only have 9 cards in library, our Executioner is already, going to trigger. We're not putting that much pressure on since we just have some slow tyrants, but whatever they play, that's pretty good for us. So we can do Rebel's Memory to flip these things and kill that, but we do kill our own Gore, but that's not the worst, and so that's what I'm contemplating right here. However, we just gave everything, we just gave everything revenge, so it's like, wait, I don't want to do that. Maybe we do it now that everything has revenge. That seems a little bit better. Cammy coming down. Hopefully Cammy doesn't win this game like it did the previous game. And then I decided to do that because guess what? These died. They have revenge. We're going to get 2 fast tyrants, kill their 2 units, and that is going to be fantastic. This just really shows the power of slow tyrant, right? You can utilize it to kill it, get a flip tyrant, and just kill the board, right? Use our Ouroboros because, hey, they don't have any mass removal spells. They are in green, so let's just keep the pressure going as quickly as possible. And we got there. Game number 4, we have to do Wesker Ouroboros again since we won the previous game, and our opponent decides to go back to the Zombie Rush Ryu list that they played at the beginning of the match, because, you know, Wesker Ouroboros seems really good against Feline with Fate of the Unworthy. This definitely seems like a more close matchup, maybe in Ryu's favor here. And we're just, you know, netting some MP to hopefully get a gore, then flip it. And just the turtle doing work, right? Just dealing 2 more damage is fantastic, because then a Chain of Fists just kills it outright. So we decide to get some free mill, doing Cursed Choice over, you know, Death's Executioner, because hopefully, you know, this game does go long, so hopefully we can Death's Executioner, give some things revenge. You know, not really wanting to play Executioner, you know, so we'll just do a Devil, kill the turtle. And this is very unfortunate because they are a rush unit-based deck where they can put a lot of pressure on, and most of our things cost 6 or 8. And, you know, I wish that this was a Tyrant, right? Because if this was a Tyrant, we could put it in the middle or top lane. You know, it flips into a fast Tyrant and it's feeling fantastic, where this is not feeling good, right? So we do have our Ouroboros, but, you know, we take a lot of damage. We have to Ouroboros, and now they have their own Devil because of Axel. Axel is so good. But we do have a Rebirth, so that is better than nothing, right? And it will go in the bottom lane. And now this really stinks, because RNG is going to play a fact. Hopefully this Mad Massacre does not kill anything. And it will, spoiler alerts, and then hopefully 50-50 and we lose. Right, if this gore potentially went down there, we maybe wouldn't lose right there, but we probably would have, because the Devil would have killed the gore. So even though we lost those 50-50s and stuff, it still probably wouldn't make a difference. This is for all the marbles. It is 2-2 in games. I do decide to go back to the Wolf because our opponent has to play Ryu Hadoken, and I liked the Wolf versus Ryu matchup more than the one Wesker versus Ryu matchup that we just kind of got bulldozed over. So basically going all the way back to game number 1. Yet again, this is good. 4-drop. 4-3-3, that's going to be our play once we get 10 MP. We do take a little bit of damage in the meantime, but is what it is. And it's pretty good, because before we could drop everything, they do a Mad Massacre, but luckily Chill Penguin does have shield, so this will not kill anything. And yet again, before we can play a 3-drop, they do a Chain of Fists, so it's like, okay, let's get this 3-drop going real fast, and we do. And we put the dog there because the dog is the thing that I would not mind their Axel taking. Obviously, I don't want their Axel to have anything, but I would much rather have them have a dog than maybe a Chill Penguin. Unfortunately, the Chill Penguin gets leveled up while our 3-drop in the bottom lane does die. But that's fine, we have some more things. It's nice that this dog soaked up that 6 damage and now will be a 2-1. However, not long for this world. It's going to run into a turtle, but hey, is what it is. It's nice that their hero art is just a 1-for-1, right? Which is a big deal, right? They got rid of one of our dogs, and that does really hurt us, but our hero art can be more than a 1-for-1, which is humongous. Our Grizzle Veteran is 7, so if we wanted just to throw Grizzle Veteran just to kill their Demon King, we could. But I would much rather just drop a Chill Penguin. Because idealistically, I would like to use our hero power to not give that revenge, because if it does die to the hero power, it does just die. So that's why I just dropped that, use the hero power. I should have, well, no, it would have been great if we could have played another unit, but you had to do it back-to-back. I don't believe we had 4 MP to really do that just yet. Too bad we didn't have a 3 MP play. Now we just quickly drop a Chill Penguin to give the other Penguin buddy, shields, and now this is going good, right? We're at 27, they're at 20. We have a 3-2 and a 3-1. And they don't have anything. However, their revenge units do come back bigger and better than before, so that is very risky. So we could throw out a Grizzle Veteran to stifle that, and we do because that Mad Massacre will probably be a, kill both of those. And this is life gain, so do we want to fight over this? We could fight over it with a Grizzle Veteran, or we could just say, you know what, take your 9. I fight over it because life gain is very good. They are at 14, so 9 would not go better than 27, so if it did go to time, we would still win. But I decided to do this because hopefully now they're going to have to use their hero power to deal with one of these, or they're maybe taking 6. Quickly do that. Yes, the 6 damage does not go anywhere, but this 3-2 does get shield. So that is very, very nice. The Hadoken just killing other puppers always feels bad. I do think about liberating slash this, but we are at 27, so that is only gaining 3 life, which is definitely not worth it because we could always liberate slash something big on their side that we need to deal with. Or if we go lower, because there is still 253 on clock. So yeah, just dropping Wolf, using hero power. Now they don't have a board. We have a 2-7, a 1-5, and a 3-3. All very, very good things. Contemplating if we should Sun Goddess here, and I decide not to because we are so close to winning that I don't want to give our opponent any free MP to play around with. Yet again, going through that checklist again of like, no, not worth to the liberation slash or something like that. Let's just try to win the game with what we have without giving them any, free MP to play around with, because this Chill Penguin will be lethal. And okay, close. Unfortunately, we don't have other real things to play, but we just do that to do that. Now we have a 2-4, 2-4, 2-4. Everything's lethal because we just need 1 point of damage. It's now getting closer, right? Because some of these trades are not going necessarily our way. We have a lot of these actions that we didn't necessarily want to spend. We could have just dropped a Ken there, and I think dropping the Ken would have been better because it would have actually growth the Sun Goddess by 2. So contemplating what we want to do, I kind of wanted it to just do another friendly feud on this, and I think I should have. But I did not, because then it would have been to level 5, and that, just can win games straight out. I do it this time around because I caught my mistake the previous time, which this is more risky if they have a Fate of the Unworthy or something like that. And it's just Amaterasu just hitting a fireball right at the end for lethal. Overall, that round, that set of 5 games was, yet again, kind of like the previous set that we saw yesterday, very, very close, right? It went down to 5 games. It was win, lose, win. And, me and my opponent both were switching decks to kind of, one up what our opponent was doing. And that's fun. That makes the tournament a little bit of fun of like, okay, I have these couple decks, and it's like, okay, the Wolf lost to, this deck, so now I'm going to switch to Wesker, and our opponent was kind of doing that with their Ryu and their Feline. Overall, I was feeling very good after this, even though it was very, very close, because guess what? On to the finals now, and that will be tomorrow. I won't spoil it yet. Maybe some of you know if I win or lose, but hey, if you don't, check in on Thursday, and we'll do exactly what we did today, but with the finals of the A rank / champion rank US Teppen Trial Cup.